Adnan Mohammad Jabir Abu al-Haija is Palestinian envoy to India. I appreciate you joining us, Mr. Jabir. Give us your sense first of how you see the situation on the ground. Will you outrightly condemn Hamas for the manner in which they have targeted even civilians on the Israeli side?
First of all, thank you to receive me at India today with you. And let me say I condemn the occupation. If there is no occupation, there is no Hamas. And there is no war. This occupation should be ended, and the occupation is the only side who should be condemned.
No, but are you saying you will not condemn the terror attacks that Hamas has carried out against innocent civilians? Children, women have also suffered. The occupation we can discuss separately, but can you at least outrightly condemn what prima facie seems a terror attack?
I think what is going on in Gaza is a bloodshed of the bombarding of the Israeli aircraft. Today only, we have lost 100 civilian people. If you want, I'll put you the children and the babies and women who has been killed today. The occupation is the side who should be condemned. In the occupation, there is no Hamas, there is no war, there is no conflict between the Palestinians and the Israelis. We are looking to get peace, and we hate war.
So, but will you at least accept that the manner in which Hamas carried out these attacks, 800 people in Israel and counting have been killed, has only escalated the conflict? That's not going to solve the problem of what you call occupation. How are you going to resolve it? Surely the first step is to say no to violence. Violence has also taken place when Hamas has gone into Israel and killed civilians.
Why? Is it the first time you have seen civilian killing? You have not seen the Palestinian killed? From the beginning of this year, Israel killed more than 285 people from the beginning of this year in West Bank. Is there people fighting the Israelis or just demonstrating against occupation? Who used killing against the civilian from the beginning is the Israelis, the occupation forces, the settlers, the extreme settlers. No one talk about the killing of the Palestinian in West Bank from the beginning till now. No one talk about the incitement from Ben Ghafir, the minister, and Smotrich and Netanyahu against the Palestinian people. It is an apartheid system dealing together from the High Court till the settlers. No, they killed the Palestinian in West Bank.
Mr. Ambassador, what you are saying, therefore, is that you are holding Israel, its occupation of Gaza, its targeting of Palestinians responsible for what Hamas has done. Now, two wrongs don't make a right. Let's be clear, what Hamas has done also has no place in international rules and laws.
Look, international law, when we come to international law, Israel is the only country who has been never adhered to the international law. At the United Nations, we have more than 800 resolutions from the Security Council and the UN General Assembly. Israel has not been implemented to one resolution of them. Why? This is the international law when it comes to Israel. I'm against the killing of civilians, whatever. If they are Israeli or Palestinian, right? We condemn that. We are against that. We hope that civilians will live in peace everywhere, but they won't live in peace as long as the Palestinian people did not get their right.
So you are
should
condemning,
go to the
Mr.
international law, as you said. We
Mr.
are
Amba-
ready.
Mr. Ambassador, you are condemning all civilian deaths. You are condemning any targeting of civilians, taking of hostages, of non-combatants being drawn in. Am I correct? You are saying all civilian deaths, whether by Israelis or by Hamas, have to be condemned. Am I clear now?
If they are civilian, yes, we condemn the killing of the civilian people. Right?
Right.
But at the same time, I want the Israelis to condemn the killing of the civilian Palestinian people. You can ask the ambassador of Israel if he condemned the killing of the Palestinian civilian or anyone official in Israel. They don't condemn. Daily they kill civilian. Today they have killed 16 people. Yesterday 7 in West Bank. I'm not talking about Gaza. Gaza. The families from Gaza, more than 20 family has been completely killed by the bombarding of the Israelis aircraft.
Where does this leave, Mr. Ambassador? Where does this leave, though, the moderates within the Palestinian groups? It seems now that we are in a full-fledged war once again. Where does that leave moderate voices who have been calling for peace, for a peaceful resolution? This seems to have set back any hope of peace even further back.
Look, when we have gone to Oslo Accord and signed that agreement with the Israelis 1993, 30 years ago, we were expecting 5 years later to be independent and to live with Israel as neighbor and brothers. But they don't want the Palestinians to get any part of their rights. They want the land and they want peace at the same time. We are about 6 million people living in West Bank and Gaza. We are not going to live as a slave. And the international give us to resist against the colonialism, against the occupation in all means. This is the world should look.
Sir, my limited point
from
though is
the
that
point of a view.
So the occupation is not what you call occupation. Sir, with due regard, Mr. Ambassador, the occupation is not going to end if by more violence. Violence is not going to resolve any more what's happening. You've now got a situation where Israel is doubling up, is threatening actually to blockade even fuel and food supplies to Gaza. Is that what you want to see?
No, I don't want to see that. I want to see peace. And because of that, 30 years ago, as I told you, we went and accepted 22% of historical Palestine as a state of Palestine, with East Jerusalem as its capital. But the Israelis, every day, they kill people, they confiscate land, they build settlements, they have about 645 military checkpoints in West Bank. They attack people in Al-Aqsa Mosque, everywhere. If they are ready for peace, we are ready from now. We won't see that bloodshed or any kind of war. We want our people to live in peace. We want our people to live like any other people. Our children to play like and not to be killed.
How do you see India's response? India has unequivocally supported Israel. The Modi government has supported Israel. How do you see it?
I hope India will look for both sides from the same point of view. India, since the Mahatma Gandhi, knows well what is the Palestinian cause. And we are expecting India to play a good role between both and to come to justice, to come to international law.
So
right?
you would like
find
to
a
see
solution with the international community for the Palestinian cause. Without peace and without the Palestinian people get their right, there will no peace in the area. The Israelis are going around with normalized relation with other Arab countries. They think they will get peace. They will never get peace as long as the Palestinian people not getting their peace.
Okay.
Hope they refuse the one-state solution. They refuse the two-state solution. They destroy everything. If you look to Netanyahu at the United Nations with that map, it was without the Palestinian state. It was only Israel.
Let me leave it there, Mr. Ambassador.
You want us to be slaves?
You've made
6
your
million
point.
people living there as slaves.
Right.
And those settlers who are coming from Russia, from Poland, from Ethiopia, from everywhere, they are master and we are in our land slaves. Who accept that?
Okay.
Why always come to the weak part? There is interest with some other countries and Israel. And because of that, they take support from these countries.
Let me leave
Right.
it there. Let me leave it
Let's
there.
go to
Let me
justice.
leave it there, Mr. Ambassador. You expressed your anger. You've expressed your anguish. Remember, of
Really?
course, that there are innocent civilians today on both sides who are suffering.
Yes.
And I think it is
I
important.
told you, I condemn any civilian killing.
Okay.
All right. Go to the other side and ask them if they
I will-
condemn.
I will do exactly that, sir.
Civilian killing.
I will do exactly that. I will ask that same question to my Israeli guests who will join me. But I appreciate, Mr. Ambassador, you joining me here at the top of the news. The Palestinian envoy to India asking India, he says, to play a more neutral role and look at it from both sides is what is the Palestinian envoy's claim.